So now I've told you about your closing costs. Let me tell you how to negotiate, have someone else pick those up for you. It's very common, and you might be going across this right now when you're negotiating your contract. It's very common that the seller pays the buyer's closing costs from the sale proceeds of the sale. Okay? It's so common that on the contract, on page 5, paragraph 12.1b in our standard promulgated forms, there's a blank. It says seller also agrees to pay blank towards buyer's closing costs prepaids in points. 3% is the norm. Okay? So what you can do is you can go in and say, look, we know you want $200 for your house, or $210, we're going to give you $200, and then you can ask them to pay those closing costs. And so there's a couple of different ways to negotiate that. If you go in and offer full price and say, we want you to pay closing costs, typically they're going to come back and say, okay, we'll take full price and we'll add that to the closing cost. So it's more common that you negotiate the sales price first, and then you go back and say, oh, by the way, now you've agreed to sell this $225 house to us for $200. We want to raise the sales price by $5,000 or $6,000 and have you pay that money towards closing costs. The only pitfall there is if you've negotiated your contract completely, and then you go back to renegotiate for any reason, if there's a backup offer in place, you could lose your house. So you need to talk to Max about that before you determine what you want to do on it.